Hi everyone, welcome back to April Makeup. Today I'm going to show you how I dyed and toned my hair blonde, so if you'd like to see how, then please keep on watching. So what I used to highlight or dye my hair in this video is the Revlon Frost and Glow in Blonde, and the box looks like this, and you can find it at most drugstores like CVS or Target. I have used this once prior to filming this for you guys, just to test it out on some strands of my hair and see what it looks like, which is why when I open the box, you'll see that I've already used the bleach powder that came in it, which I saved in a Ziploc bag in order to film this video. Another thing you'll see in this box is a volume developer and a plastic box which you'll be mixing the two products in. It also comes with shampoo and conditioner which you'll be using afterwards to rinse out your hair, and the instruction manuals which you should read before using this product, and a pair of gloves which you'll have to peel off the instruction manual, and this little highlighting cape and tool which I don't use because it just takes too long, but I do use this little spatula that came with it to mix the bleach powder and developer. And instead of a plastic box, I wanted to use my own mixing bowl that I found easier for filming because of the handle. Now I will put on some gloves, and I do have an old t-shirt on that I don't care about in case of staining. And now with the bleach powder, I'm going to pour it into the mixing bowl away from my face because I don't want to breathe that stuff in. Next, with the volume developer, go ahead and also pour that stuff in. Now with our little friend, the little spatula, go ahead and mix that all in. And it should look a little like this at first, and as you keep mixing it all in by stirring, you should get a little pasty substance like this. Once it starts looking pasty, it should be ready to apply to your hair. Now I'm just putting my hair down, and this is what it looks like after the first dye. I do like it like this, but I did want it to go a little lighter for the fall for some reason. I don't know why. I just did, so I'm just gonna go for it, and with a brush, I'm gonna go ahead and detangle out the kinks in my hair so that it's a little easier for me to apply the hair dye. Next, I'm just sectioning out the top section of my hair. And then with the second clip, I'm gonna go ahead and section out the middle section of my hair. That way I can work on the bottom section of my hair first, working upwards. Then I part my hair into two sections right down the middle, like so. Then I go ahead and grab a random strand like this one. So now I'm dipping my finger into the bleach and grabbing about that much and apply it right onto that strand. And I'm just coating it vertically, making sure that every strand within that strand is evenly coated. And then as I get closer to my roots, I go ahead and just use my finger to blend it upwards like that, and that way it just makes the transition from the root of my hair a lot more smoother. As you can see, I don't go all the way up to my roots by choice, simply because I have super sensitive scalp, but you can definitely go all the way up to your roots if that's the look you're going for. Moving on to the next random strand of hair, I really don't have a special technique on which strands I choose. I just choose a random one, but sometimes depending if I want that strand to look lighter. And I just do the exact same thing to it. So I just kept picking out random strands throughout that bottom section to highlight until I was satisfied with how many strands I've coated. It's really just up to you and what you want. The first time I did this, I didn't coat as many strands, which is why I was able to use it a second time. Moving on to the middle section, I'm just doing the exact same thing really, and I'm just gonna let you guys watch it while I fast forward. Once I'm done with that middle section, of course, I'm moving up right to the top. And this is where I want to part my hair to the side I usually part it, so that I'm highlighting the areas where it would show up more on the head. So here is where I am more careful as to which strands I pick. As you can see, the strands closer to my hairline is a little lighter than the strands further away from it. So I definitely want to line those areas up so everything looks more even. And if you're wondering why I'm highlighting my hair versus just dyeing my entire head of hair, which would have just been faster, it's because I wanted different tones of light and dark in my hair. Also because I don't think this kit would be enough for my entire head of hair. So I'm happy with every strand I highlighted, and now that I've used up the entire bleach, I've waited about 30 to 40 minutes before rinsing and washing off. I think the instructions called for a lesser time, but I just wanted to wait for a little longer, and now it looks like this. It's definitely lightened and definitely brassy, which is why we are going to tone it now. To tone my hair, I'm using the Wella T18 toner, which I found at Sally's Beauty Supply, and I'm going to mix that in with the Salon Care 20 Volume Developer. As for the collared shirt, I just wanted to make sure I didn't stain my neck. With the same little spatula and mixing bowl, I'm going to take out the little bottle of toner and pour it right into the mixing bowl. So this toner calls for 1 to 2 parts, which means 1 part toner and 2 parts volume developer. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is pour the volume developer into the same bottle twice and pour it into the mixing bowl. And once again, I'm just mixing it all in until it looks like a little gooey substance like this. And then I go ahead and apply it all over my hair, making sure to coat every strand evenly. And as you apply and blend this toner into your hair, you will start to notice that it will become purple. And this is perfectly normal. It just makes sense that purple is the opposite of yellow, which is how it will tone the hair. It will kind of tone the orange tones in your hair, but not really, which is fine with me because I wanted different hues and tones in my hair anyway. And then again, after about 30 minutes, I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse it off, and I'm not using any shampoo or conditioner in my hair this time, just because I've already shampooed and conditioned my hair after the hair dye, and this way the toner will last a little longer in my hair. So as you can see, it definitely toned out the yellows in my hair and turned it into more of a kind of like a silvery whitish color, which is what I really like. And then you can also see like the darker tones in my hair, which is the orange, and I just find that just gives more depth to my hair versus just one full head of blonde hair. Also, I want to note that my hair is definitely not feeling as healthy as it previously did, but that's what happens when you use bleach, and that is the sacrifice you give up when you want lighter hair. So be aware of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found some tips helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, comment so we can chat, subscribe so you'll be updated with all my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!